If you know that your opponent is always teching, and what that is that if the follow-up, this is like a general, it's not a rule, like a general guideline, I would say. Like, I'll remove my face here, you can see the frames of Joker. The second one is 15 frames, right? So if that's the case, you can OS tech Joker, so do you know what this means? Alright, I've made too many videos on OS teching, so you know what it means. If you don't, just go look at the channel, OS teching. It's a controller technique, right? So essentially, like, you block, you tech, you block again, and you're gonna remain in block stun when he punches, and when he throws, you're gonna tech. So it covers both options, that's why it's an OS. It only works against characters where the follow-up of the standing one is slow enough for you to let go of block right in the middle, in the transition of the second punch, right? In the middle of the first and second punch, and block again when the second punch lands. Because you want to press right in the middle here, right? When he transitions, and then you let him block at when the second one hits you, otherwise you get hit. Okay. So it works if the follow-up is 15 frames generally. What you can do if you know your opponent is always teching, and usually only really good players are going to do this, but if you know, and it's not a tech and reaction, if you know that it's a technique only, and you can usually tell by if they're teching consistently, then you want to use a slower move, move slower on startup like this one here, 14 frames. And the reason why is because it's going to hit them by the time they're letting go of block to tech. That's a way to beat people who are always teching. If you just can't open them, you can't hit them, you can't grab them. Like, you could do a hop kick. You could also just, like, wait a little bit, take a small step forward to, like, disrupt their tempo. Let's say they hit you on full stop, and then you take your turn back. You take it just a little bit slower. You delay a tiny little bit, that might work. Or you just take your turn back immediately, but with something a bit slower. Like this move, 14 frames. And that's gonna shimmy them. So again, it's just about finding a move that's slow enough. Like Sindel's, I don't know if 13 frames would work, it might, but like you could just use this. It might open them up for her. Or even like, yeah, this would definitely work, I think. Back 3. I have to give you a demonstration, otherwise this video is boring, so I'm gonna put it on random hidden, and then I do the technique, right? So you get it, right? He can't open me up. So what can he do? Well, let's say we incorporate something else in there. Oops, let's block low. It's better to take a step forward, because as you saw, I could just cover it all if he doesn't take a step forward. See, he takes a step forward, now I'm shimmied. So a slow move like Joker, like apparently it doesn't work if you just... 14 frames is too fast to just do it immediately. You have to like take a bit of a step forward. And then it should work. Like, obviously you could imagine it working a little bit with this one, but since this one's a bit slower, it might work a little bit better. Okay, let's try with Sindel now. So, can I tech? She has a follow-up of 9 frame. But I can still do the OS, and the reason why is because, so like 9 frame usually is going to open you up, always shim you, but not always. There are exceptions, like her, for example, Fujin 2, is because it's kind of complicated, but I have a video on it too, you can search the channel. But it's because the extra frames of when she recovered, like when she brings back her punch, it's not calculated in the frames that you see. But it gives you additional frames, hidden frames, for you to do this technique. Okay, so anyways, you see that she can't grab me. Now we're going to incorporate something else in there. Okay, so there we go. There you go. Now because I have to be fast and do a block at a certain time. And this move is slow enough that she doesn't have to step forward to delay it, really. She just has to do it. So I'm doing the tempo. Oh, and here we go. So... that's it, guys. Peace.